Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Financials decline in CNNHK analysis http ntvforex.com news ID E9589F92 2025 38:32 AM Asia market update NBSP Asian markets again trade mixed financials decline in CNNHK Aussie data confirms first technical recession in 30 years Japanese Suga is due to meet the press US jobs data due later today. NBSP general trend Australian equities outperform after lagging during prior session. Gainers include telecom, consumer, resource, and financial firms. Equity markets in Shanghai and HK lag. Shanghai IT index drops as China's chip fund is said to plan to lower stake in JCET Group 600584.cn. Financials also move lower in Shanghai and HK. Japanese sectors trade mixed. Decliners include air transportation and insurance firms. Electric appliances, marine transportation and retail indices gain fast. Retailing is due to report AUG domestic sales after the Nikkei close. US AUG ADP jobs data due later today. NBSP headlines economic data Australia New Zealand ASX 200 open 0.3% Australia Q2 GDP QQ 7.0% V 6.0% E enters technical recession for first time since the 1990s. Largest drop on record YY 6.3% V 5.1% EO Australia Treasurer Frydenberg Victoria lockdown will weigh heavily on Q3 GDP. Q3 will be slightly negative or flat. Announcements on any tax cuts will be in Australia. Oct budget O. Victoria State Australia reports 90 additional coronavirus cases v 70 prior 6 additional deaths. O Reserve Bank of Australia RBA skips offering to buy bonds v $2.0b prior. O Australia sells $2.0b v $2.0b indicated in 0.25% November 2025 bonds, average yield 0.4812%. Bid to cover 5.2x AMP.AU board will undertake a portfolio review of the group's assets and businesses. NZ Reserve Bank of New Zealand RBNZ Gov or no concern with exchange rate need to be aware of financial stability consequences of policy. NZ New Zealand Q2 terms of trade index QQ 2.5% v 0.6% E higher export prices for dairy, kiwi fruit, and logs in the June 2020 quarter helped push overall export prices to their highest level since the series began. NZ Reserve Bank of New Zealand RBNZ buys NZ $430m v NZ $470m prior in government bonds as part of QEV. NZ $430m saw China Hong Kong Hang Seng open 0.2%. Shanghai Composite 0.3% CN China PBOC sets yuan reference rate 6.8376 v 6.8498 prior strongest since May 14, 2019. Hong Kong Monetary Authority HKMA increased currency intervention to HK $12.1b from HK $9.7b earlier today as HKD continues to trade at strong end of trading band. September 1 CNJCET Group 600584.cn said to note that China Chip Fund plans to cut stake in the co by up to 2%. US financial press UST are extending Section 301 China tariff exemptions for smart watches, fitness trackers, wireless audio devices through December 31 from September 1. Cancino 6185.HK enters into agreement with NPO Petrovac Farm, LLC to conduct Phase 3 clinical trial for coronavirus vaccine in Russia. CN China Bach open market operation OMO injects 20 billion Chinese yuan in 7-day reverse repos v injects 20 billion Chinese yuan in 7-day prior. CN China Finance Ministry MOF sells 3-year and 7-year bonds. 3-year bonds at 2.9415% v 2.87% E 7-year bonds at 3.1912% v 3.12% EHK. Hong Kong reported to be reopening gyms and massage parlors when current social distancing measures expire. Thursday, September 3. Press Japan Nikkei 225 open 0.5% SoftBank Corp 9434.jp to replace Nippon Kyakuin Nikkei 225 Index from September 1. JP Japan Chief Cabinet Secretary Suga to meet with press on Wednesday evening September 2 at 8 GMT and declare candidacy for leader of ruling LDP party. JP Japan ruling LDP party formally confirms leadership elections for September 14 in line. Japan Press. JP Bank of Japan BOJ Deputy Gov Wakabe BOJ will not hesitate to add stimulus if needed. JP Japan AUG monetary base YY 11.5% v 9.8% prior. Korea Kospi Open 0.6% KR South Korea AUG CPIMM 0.6% v 0.4% EYY 0.7% v 0.5% EKR South Korea plans second round of cash handouts. Financial Press. KR South Korea confirms 267 additional coronavirus cases v 235 prior. 2 additional deaths. Other Asia. Thailand Fin Min Preeti Daok said to resign due to illness. Note held position for approximate a month from September 1. Europe IE ECBA S Lane Ireland. Chief Economist. We have seen a repricing in the euro in recent weeks. Does not target FX rate, but EUR/USD rate matters. NBSP levels as of 1:20 ET. Nikkei 225, 0.3%, ASX 200, 1.7%, Hang Seng 0.2%, Shanghai Composite 0.2%, Kospi 0.1%, Equity S&P 500 Futures 0.3%, Nasdaq 100 0.5%, DAX 0.2%, FTSE 100 0.6%, 1.1928 euros, 1.1891 Japanese yen, 106.12, 105 Australian dollars and 85 cents, 0.7382, 0.7335 NZD, 0.6786, 0.6746 Gold 0.4% at $1,970 ounce. Crude oil 0.8% at $43.09. BRL copper 0.1% at $3.0202 pound. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.